Hey everyone, welcome to the Balanced Therapist Group Coaching Program. I am so excited to start week one with you. Before we dive into the content, I want to talk a little bit about how this group coaching program is going to work. Each day, we will have a different piece of content for you to go through. We're going to start with Mondays. Each Monday, I will provide a short video with easy to digest information, along with a task that helps you to build a content marketing strategy. Each week's lesson will build upon each other, and you will begin to develop a marketing strategy that works for you. I'm going to kind of be giving the same information to everybody, but what I want to kind of happen is to take the information that I provide and to make it fit with what your goals are. So if you ever have any questions on Tuesdays, I will allow you to ask questions either in a group thread or you can private message me. And on Wednesdays, I'm going to do a live Facebook and answer all the questions. So the content can basically be used no matter what your goals are. So if you want to get more clients, this is going to work for that. If you want to build a program for other therapists, it's going to work for that. If you want to do groups, it will work for that. The base is that content is what will get you clients. So that is going to be Monday, is going to be these videos. Tuesday, I'm going to do a content sharing thread. This is where you can post anything that you like. This could be a Facebook post that you posted, a blog post, anything that you feel is really good content that you want to start building engagement on. So, what I ask is that if you post something that everybody else goes and engages in some way, either by liking, sharing, commenting on what you posted, and that will help boost everybody's engagement. So, like I said, Wednesdays is going to be Facebook Live Day, and I will get on and answer any questions that you have. Thursday will be kind of a check in. I'll get online and you guys can ask me anything and kind of check in and see how everybody's doing. And then on Fridays, I'm going to provide a resource. It might be a website page, it might be something that I wrote out, just something to kind of tie everything together and just to kind of provide you with extra information. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. Um, so this week one, we're going to be talking about what content is, how do we use content to gain clients, developing your ideal client, and writing to your client. So, according to the latest research, more than 70% of people will go online to check out a prospective healthcare practitioner before booking an appointment. So, this is where content marketing comes into play. People want to know who they are going to see before they get to the first session. You have to think of content marketing as your first meeting with a client. Is it time for them to it is that time for them to start to get to know you. Once they get a sense of who you are and how you can help them, they will pick up the phone to schedule the appointment. So I want you to think of the last time that you either searched for a doctor, a therapist, really anybody, and where did you go to find them? How did you decide which one was the right one? Um, More times than not, it's because you felt some type of connection to their website and you learned a little bit about who they were. So, content marketing is two different things kind of combined. It's content and advertising. So, content is any piece of information that a potential client can consume. This includes blogs, podcasts, webinars, social media posts, videos, infographics, really, you name it, any type of content. Advertising is the space to offer your services and products to potential clients. At one point, these two were owned by separate entities. The content was owned by, let's say, the newspaper, and the advertising was owned by the business. So the newspaper owns all the content, they're the ones writing all the stories in the newspaper, and then people would buy space on the newspaper to advertise. The same thing goes for a movie. So if you have a movie, the movie is the content. And then advertisers will purchase space within the movie to say, have an actor hold up one of their products with their logo. So for many, many, many years, content and advertising were two completely separate different things. This is not the case anymore. Now, what is happening is that content is essentially married with advertising. And this is really where we're going to come into play and learn how to market our business online. So, I got an Instant Pot for Christmas, and this thing is awesome. But look at what she's doing. She is providing people who have an Instant Pot with really amazing recipes. But if you look here, the number one best selling pressure cooker on Amazon, if I were to click that, it is going to take me to a website for Amazon where if I purchase the Instant Pot from her website, she is going to get credit for it and she's going to make money. She also has this blue box up here. If I click on this box, she is going to make money. So and right here you can see that she talks about having advertising on her site, which you're supposed to do if you're doing anything with affiliates. So she's using content. Her content is ham for your Christmas dinner. It's providing us with recipes and things that we are interested in, and then using that space to also advertise for her to make money. And if you don't have an Instant Pot, you need one. They are amazing. So this is Mercedes, and she works with parents who have teens and tweens. She has an amazing blog post about screen time. So your content is all about screen time, and which is something that most parents with teens and tweens really need help with. So what she's doing is she's getting you to help you get to know her, to connect with her. She's helping you solve a problem that you might be having. Is your kid getting too much screen time? Okay, this is what you can do. So you feel connected with her, and you know that if you went and got help from her, this is what it would be like. And as you can see, here is the advertising piece. So here's the content. She's going to get you to know, like, and trust her. And then she's going to say, if you need more, I'm here. So that is a really good example of content marketing for therapists. And this is, by the end, what we're going to be doing. So content marketing does three things. It increases your visibility. The more engaging, quality, entertaining content you put out, the more people will know you and your services. If you go and write something that is very therapeutic, and a lot of big words and kind of all the words that we know and we use as therapists, it's not going to get liked, it's not going to get shared, it's going to get half read. But if you were to talk to your client, or talk to your potential clients online as if they're sitting right in front of you and make it really engaging, people are going to like, people are going to share it, people are going to show their friends, and that increases your visibility. So if something were to come up, someone would say, oh, you have to check out her. Look at her blog. Look, she wrote this thing about what you're going through right then. So say someone wakes up, and in the case of Mercedes, they wake up and all their kid wants to do is get on the computer right away in the morning. And you go and you start searching and you find her blog and you can really connect with what she's saying. That is the that's what we want to do, and it increases your visibility. People start to share your stuff. It gets your phone ringing because as we do this, we'll also talk about Facebook ads. We'll talk about how to distribute your content. So you're not just writing a blog and hoping somebody reads it, but how are you going to get it out to the world? And as you put it out and you increase your visibility, you're going to start to get more phone calls. It also builds trust and authority. Your content should be two things. One, authoritative. It should show that you know how to help them with a problem. They might not even know that they have this problem, but you're going to write it in such a way that it connects with them and shows them, okay, maybe I do need to work on this. And more importantly, it should be engaging. They do not want to read a bunch of therapy talk, like I said before, so authoritative and engaging. And when you can do that, you build your know, like, and trust factor, which is a huge, huge part of content marketing. So, how are we going to do all this? The very first step and the most important step is to figure out who your ideal client is. We cannot even begin to start to write content until we know who we're writing to. So, if you go on a blog, so if you went on Mercedes blogs, you're not going to see things about parenting a baby, and you're not going to see things about um, sexual abuse. You're not going to see things on, relationships unless it's kind of, directly related to parenting a teen or tween. Everything in there is teens and tweens because that's what she works with. That is who her ideal client is. It's actually the parents of teens and tweens. So if all of a sudden she wrote a blog post on how to deal with sexual abuse, her audience, these people that she's built up who know, like, and trust her, are going to be totally thrown off by that. It's not going to make sense to them because that is not how she's set things up. So, what you want to do is to make sure that you have an ideal client in mind when you're writing. And every time you sit down to write a blog post or post a video or do anything, you need to act like that ideal client is sitting right in front of you and you're talking directly to them. Think about what their problems are. Think about how they want to read certain words, Um, do they like more straightforward things? Do you need to be a little softer with them? Do you need to kind of add funny stuff in? Um, so, how I do this is when I sat down and wrote my ideal client, I went through my schedule for that week and I picked out my top three clients that made me extremely excited to go to work that week. So, what about them made me excited? Was it that we were talking about a certain topic, or was it that they had a certain quality? Um, and that's how I started to develop my ideal client. So, in this week's task, you are going to be asked to write down basically a summary of who your ideal client is. You will find the form for it below this video. I have an example of mine, and then I have some space for you guys to write yours. And so I really want you to think about everything about this client. What is their race? Are they married? Do they have children? How old are they? What is their presenting problem? Um, what do you enjoy working the most with them? Where do they hang out? Where do they spend time online? And now that's a big one and I want you to think about that. Where do they spend time online? Because with content marketing, we're going to be marketing to them online. So if you're working with moms are typically on Facebook. Um, If you are working with a younger, maybe you're working with college students with anxiety, you're probably going to go more Snapchat area. Um, do they read any online blogs or magazines? So if you're working with moms, maybe they read Huffington Post Parent. So really dive in and get to know every single aspect of your ideal client. And when we do this, it will be very easy for you to write to them as if they're sitting there. So once you write your ideal client, I want you to kind of look at your Psychology Today posting or any kind of posting like that. And I want you to see, does it speak directly to my ideal client? So that is all the information that I have for today. So underneath this video, you're going to find two things. You're going to find the slides for today's video, and you will find your ideal client um, worksheet. And I will see you in the group. And if you have any questions, please let me know either on the Facebook page or on private messenger, and I will answer all of them Wednesday live. And I think that is it for today. So see you in the group.